Good morning, you guys. It is 7:30 and I wanted to do another easy crock pot meal tonight because tomorrow's gonna be a little busy. We have a football game, so I thought I would pull out this stew meat. I got this about 2 weeks ago, I think. When did I buy this? Yeah, the 13th. And I just froze it. It's about a little less than a pound and a half of stew meat, but that's more than enough for two of us to have leftovers. I'm just gonna do like a beef stew. This is actually really nice from Aldi's. I don't mind it. It's pretty tasty actually, and it's better than London broil. Oop, my dog's barking. London broil to me, I just don't love it like I used to. It always is kind of dry, even when you cook it for a long time in like a gravy. So I will show you in a little bit once my dishwasher is done running, because I used the crock pot 2 nights ago, but I don't know why I didn't wash it the night it went. I don't know what the heck happened, but yeah, I will show you another easy, affordable crock pot meal. Okay, you guys, so this is what I have going for flavor. I have 2 packs of brown gravy mix. I have the onion soup mix, but you definitely could do like the beefy soup mix, whatever you want. Like I said, I only have the beef bouillon cubes. I don't have beef broth, but it's very similar. The only thing I don't add to my beef stew, I also have my carrots and onion. I don't put my potatoes in probably till the last 2 hours because I don't want them to like disintegrate. The only thing I do not add, which I know is like a cardinal sin, is bay leaf. For some reason, I'm not a big fan of the flavor. And my family used it my whole life, so I don't know why. And I like spices, like, don't get me wrong, I really do, but something about bay leaf, I don't like that. It's so intense, and even if I use one, it's still just, that's all, it's like overwhelming to me. But what I'm gonna do is, I'm just gonna saute this. It's still a little frozen, it should be fine. I'm just gonna brown it in a pan and get it ready. I'm not gonna put anything in it. I'm probably just gonna do a cornstarch slurry at the end. I'm not gonna bore you to death. I will show you after this is browned up. Just saute it in a pan with a little bit of olive oil, and then I'll show how I put everything in the crock pot. Okay, I know someone's gonna be really pissed off at me, but you know what? I'm gonna skip browning it. I really don't often brown my meat. Usually I'll do it if I'm making a video. This is usually what I really do. And if you are a busy person, you can skip browning it. It does add a little extra flavor, but with all the extra stuff we're gonna be adding, you're gonna be okay not doing the browning. I'm gonna show you this realistically. I was gonna pretend and be like, oh, let me brown it, but you know what? No, this is how I really do it. So I'm gonna add my meat, I'm gonna add all my seasonings and my carrots, and I will be back to show you and tell you exactly what I did. Before I add the carrots, I'm gonna show you what I added. I did 1 gravy pack. I have another one just in case it's not enough, but I don't want this too salty. I did 2 bouillon cubes. I'm gonna add a lot of water to this because I don't have beef broth. You could do chicken broth if you wanted to. I don't know if it would affect the flavor. I can't imagine it would. And this has 1 pack of dry onion soup mix. This is very salty, so be careful with the salt. I'm gonna add some garlic powder to this, a little bit of black pepper. I'm gonna put my carrots in, my onion in, and get the water in, and I will be back. And I'm gonna cook this on high for the first 4 hours just to get it kicking. Then I'll kick it down to low for the last 4 hours. It's actually 10 to 10 now. So my husband, we usually eat dinner before 5. It's just, he works a long day. We're in bed by 9 o'clock, so 5 o'clock is typically when we eat. This will be done in plenty of time. So let me get everything in and show you. Okay, you guys, so hold on, I got food on my camera. What I have in here is the onion, carrots. I added quite a bit of garlic powder without salt. We can always add more salt, more seasoning. I'm gonna let this rip for a couple hours. Like I said, at the 4-hour mark, I'll throw potatoes in. So 10, 11, 12, 1. No, probably way before 1 o'clock. Around 12, I'll put potatoes in. I'm gonna go get myself dressed. I gotta do some house chores and let this cook for a while. The carrots I put in because I like my carrots a little bit softer. Like I said, you can do anything to change this, even if you just use this as the base of your recipe and then change it to what you like. Add your bay leaf. You could add fresh garlic to this. You could add celery. You could add pretty much any type of veggie you want. It won't be like a necessarily traditional stew. This is not like a traditional stew. This is for people that are like me that need to throw stuff in the crock pot, feed picky eaters. This is for you. Add anything else you want. If you want to add red wine after it would be delicious if you browned your meat. Add your red wine to deglaze it and add that as a flavor. There's a lot of different things you can do for a flavor profile if you're not on a budget. But this is for my folks that want to eat good, want to eat hearty, but don't have a lot of extra budget. This alone is already kind of expensive. The meat was $8.93. My bag of carrots was 88 cents. I think I went over this. One pack of the dry soup mix, I think these are $1 at Aldi's, so 50 cents. 2 bouillon cubes. For that bouillon cube at Aldi's was $1.99. The brown gravy mixes are, I think, 58 cents at Aldi. And then your little bit of onion and then your potatoes. So it's not too expensive because this is going to feed a family, like a big, with bread, if you have a loaf of white bread, or if you want to add something to it to make it more hearty, like rice, you can do anything that feeds your family. So I will be back. I'm going to go get ready, and I'll be back in a little bit to show you how this is progressing and what the meat looks like. There is a lot of meat in there. You could even cut those chunks a little smaller and stretch it even further. Okay, guys, so I say okay way too much, and so, and they, not they, so, and okay, and guys, I need to find a new way to open up. So I just did this look. I'm definitely still working on it. It will look better, and it will come together once it's done. I did want to take some Instagram pictures. I haven't since July, I haven't posted. So I really wanted to get something up today. This look, I obviously need some lighting. Let me finish it and see what we got going. So I did it again. I went in with my that's a band. My Subculture palette from, oh, come on. So I went into my, Jesus, I gotta stop saying that. I went into my Subculture palette and I took All Star, this beautiful plum, all over the eye and just kept blending and blending and blending. And then I went over it with the purple and the James Charles and then a little bit of glitter. So I'm going to keep playing with it, but I wanted to show what it looked like so far. So let me show you one more time. I think it's going to be pretty once I do liner and lashes. I am slowly bringing the tail back up. I don't know if I should go for that look again because it used to make me look like I had a crazy facelift, like an eye lift. So, are the brows good? Definitely let me know your opinion. I will never be a fluffy girl brow, a natural girl brow. I will always be a 2016 girl brow. Period. I don't care. Where are my 2016 makeup girlies? Because that was the peak of makeup. That was when makeup was fun. And I need to shave my arms. Oh my goodness, they're so hairy. All right, you guys. I will be back soon. Sometimes I wonder why anybody would watch any of the nonsense, and I got to do something with my hair. It's getting so late. I just had a 40-minute phone call with my grandmother. My grandfather and her are fighting again. Okay, my daughter will literally have her license. I'm sorry, the dog's barking. November 1st. It will untie my hands and I will be able to work, go to my grandparents, help her, do whatever she needs to do so her and my grandfather can kind of separate a little bit. It's a lot on me, but my aunt is taking on a little too much for her too, and she's a busy woman. She's raising her grandchildren and trying to help, and I just want to help as well. You know, she raised me, and if you like get angry at your elderly family members, just remember that they raised you. They might not have done everything perfect, but they always, you know, we just got to be there for them. Oh my God, that dog. Okay, we are making progress. I definitely have to blend that a little bit, but I wanted to show you something that I've been loving. I'm having a small snack. I'm just having apples and a little bit of the caramel just because I'm not going to be able to eat. Just wanted to put my glasses up, but I wanted to share this with you guys. I know Fuego is like a cheaper thing. I don't know what other flavors it comes in, but this, I finally found the cotton candy. I think I told you about this at Dollar Tree for $1.25. I mean, come on, you can't beat that with a stick. Hold on, let me blend this a little bit because it's driving me nuts on camera. I'm only doing this crazy makeup because I'm going to try to take an Instagram picture. It's just like already almost noon. This does have a lot of calories, a lot of everything. This is not for every day, but this is fun. Like if you were having a party and you wanted to do like a mixed drink, like this would be good with vodka, like the flavored vodkas, I think it is, like whipped cream, anything like that, caramel, anything super sweet. I don't know if they have a cotton candy alcohol, do they? But you guys, this is good. It's definitely not something you can drink, like, I mean, you can do whatever makes you happy. This is more like a treat when you need something to pick you up. You know why I love it? Because it tastes like cotton candy. There is zero bubble gum flavor to it. So have you ever had, I don't know, I guess Friendly's is literally everywhere, the diner, but have you ever had the Friendly's cotton candy Pop Rock ice cream? I'm sure most of us have, especially if we have little kids. I literally have it in my freezer. My daughters and her friends love it, so I like to keep it in the house for them. That's exactly what that tastes like. It's truly cotton candy, but I think that even grown-ups would like it. I have always loved cotton candy. I don't know why I love it so much. It's always been like, I'm a big fan of cotton candy flavored stuff. It's usually my go-to at the ice cream parlor, is anything cotton candy. I don't know why I love it. I just do. I always have loved the flavor of cotton candy. And I feel myself getting a little bit of a headache. I'm not really sure why. Other than maybe just like a little bit of stress with my grandmother. Or I only had 2 cups of coffee today. I didn't drink any energy drink, so I don't know why. Probably because I need to eat a more balanced diet and not drink cotton candy Fuego, but I'm 35 years old. I'm not going to change. I know I should. But you know what? I always, and this is not a good way to think. This is just for once in a while. I have so much to do, guys. I haven't even done my hair. It's almost noon. Like my mom, she passed away so young, and I always wonder, like, is there things she would have changed? Like, would she have maybe not worried so much about little things? I'm just enjoyed big things and just worried about the little things in life and just enjoyed things more had she known she didn't have a lot of time. And none of us know, so I'm going to enjoy the cotton candy drink every once in a while. Like I said, it's definitely not for every day, but it's fun once in a blue. It's a pretty can, too. So I just cut up 2 pretty huge raw sir potatoes. You could definitely, you don't have to peel them. You don't even have to cut them other than maybe in half. It's going to depend on how small. It's going to depend on how long it cooks. These were so hearty and thick. I cut them pretty small. It's 12:40. I'm going to get these in the crock pot now and probably crank this down on low. This was only 2. These are the potatoes from Aldi, so they're 8 pounds. What did I say, 30 pounds, you guys? I am sorry. 8 pounds for $4.98, which is an amazing deal. So far, we haven't even dented the bag. This is literally 2 potatoes, and this could feed like a big family. Doesn't this look delicious? Even without browning the meat, this still looks great. I did go ahead and add the extra brown gravy because these potatoes are going to take a lot of that seasoning. Here's a Peach, you just scared me so bad. I thought someone was breaking into the house. Holy shit. Sorry, you guys. My cat was knocking on the door and I thought someone was trying to get in. Don't thicken this up yet because the potatoes are natural. They'll naturally thicken this up. So don't add any cornstarch quite yet. We'll do that at the end and I'll show you how I do it. I did add the extra brown gravy. You definitely don't need to. I like my stew to have a lot of flavor. So I'm going to get the lid on right now so it keeps cooking, because that will lower the temperature a little bit, putting the potatoes in. I know you shouldn't even open the lid to your crock pot, but I'm a rule breaker. Okay, friends, so I wanted to show you this plummy purple look. Look at this. It is so beautiful. It is picking up on camera. Let me see if I can turn that light up even more for you guys. I wanted to take some Instagram pictures, but I don't know if I have enough time. It's just been a really weird day, but look how pretty that is. So I thought I would just share with you another fall look. I've been doing them, just getting back into the groove of using colors, and I thought you guys would really enjoy this one. It's really pretty. Look at that. I love the glitter. I bring the glitter up into my crease. I personally don't mind. I know some people hate it, but I personally absolutely love it. So I will be back in a little bit. I wanted to make this apple bread with you. It's an apple cinnamon bread from Great Value. This was so good. I did doctor it up a little bit, so I'll explain. I believe I paid $2.50 or something strange. Walmart never has like $2.50. It's always something strange like $2.58. But it really saved me on needing to put in flour and baking soda and baking powder, all those ingredients. It was all in the mix and it was good. So you needed water, I believe a little bit of oil and 2 eggs. But I ended up cutting up an apple and putting an actual fresh apple into this, which leveled this up tenfold. But I also did a crumb top, which I'm going to show you. It totally made this from a boxed muffin or a boxed cake to tasting much more homemade. My husband actually thought this was homemade. He had no idea that I got help from a box. I usually don't buy boxed things like this, but I wanted to give it a try. So I'm peeling the apple. You definitely don't need to, but I feel like sometimes the texture of skin on the apples when you're baking can kind of put it off a little bit, make you kind of be like, ooh, I don't really like this. I only needed 1 apple. That did plenty because I cut them up really tiny. Sorry, I didn't have my tripod and I really wanted to just get this done that day. I think I had stew making and everything. Actually, I know I did. So I was cutting these really tiny so they were bite-sized and they really got soft when they baked. And let me tell you something, this was a great way to elevate this. I would take this to a party. I would gift this as like a gift if someone was like, I don't know, like a housewarming gift, or if you just want to give somebody something sweet. This was great. So then I added a little cinnamon, no sugar needed because this was plenty sweet. And I just really folded carefully those apples in. See how I'm folding it? That way every bite got a piece of apple. Now it was very dense, so I did notice that the apples kind of sat in the middle of the loaf, but it wasn't anything that would make me not do it again. I did make a mess. I do clean that up. So I was pleasantly happy with the extra taste of apples. This is for my family. I know somebody might be like screaming because I used my hands, but my hands are always clean. So this is a topping. This is like a apple crumb. Look, there's my husband. I know no one really gets to see him. I hope you can actually see him. There he is. Look at his long curly hair. He'd be pissed if he knew he was dirty in this video. He just got home from work. So I did a 1/2 stick of butter. You're really supposed to use soft, not melted. And I did about 1/4 to 1/2 cup of brown sugar. You can always add more, and a lot of flour. That is where I always go wrong with my crumb topping, is I don't use enough flour. You don't realize how much flour you need, or it will kind of just sink and get real greasy on top. So I'm going to say I did a 1/2 stick of butter, about 1/2 cup of brown sugar, and almost an entire cup, if not more, of flour. And you just keep cutting that in. I tasted it there to see if it needed more sugar. I know that might not be like appealing to some people, but you guys, I could eat butter by the stick. I am a butter queen. I think I didn't realize there was a big ball sticking on the counter there. Did I pick it up? Do I pick it up? And there I am tasting it again. More flour. That's all you keep doing. This again is just for my family. I would never feed this to somebody as a gift if I was sitting there sticking my grubby hands in it. and eating out of it. There we go. I also wouldn't do that. Maybe I would for my family. So here it is. I noticed that it's dirty, so I get a napkin and clean it, and then I top this. This crumb topping elevated this bread. This was everything, and then I think I add a little bit of cinnamon on top. This made it taste so delicious. Sometimes I just prefer the crumb topping. I think everyone's that way. This is great for apple brown betties, peach cobbler. You could do this as a apple pie. There I am tasting it again. I told you I'm a butter queen. And I topped it with a little bit of cinnamon. I baked this at 325 for right around an hour, and it was spectacular. I highly recommend it. If you're not like a natural baker or you kind of get uneasy, pick it up. You won't regret it. Here is the end result of the stew. This was fantastic. And I'm showing you how I do the cornstarch slurry. You do not need a lot. The potatoes are really like a natural thickener. So I do a very little amount in the hot stew meat and I add it, and that's just how I thicken it. This, guys, was so delicious. My husband was so grateful for it. It just sticks to your rib. And it's so affordable and easy. And I really, really hope you like this vlog. And I'll see you in my next one. There it is. Look how thick that is. I can literally smell it through the screen. It's so delicious. Look at that. All right. I will see you all. And I love you all. And I will see you in my next vlog. Bye, guys.